Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I'm gonna yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Really feeling you, right? So
what's going on, everybody? www.themanmindset.com. It's your boy, the Dean. Class is in session. You know what, guys? What I want to talk to you guys today about is attraction. And the thing for a lot of you guys is that you think you get a pass straight to attraction when you meet it. That's not going to happen. In order to do that, guys, you have to make sure you get curiosity.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to the Dating Advice Hour with your hosts, Mr. Locario and Steve the Dean Williams. This show will teach you how to keep conversations going, how to be more attractive, more confident, more masculine, how to be better at knowing what to say to a woman, and have a more satisfied dating and sex life. Mr. Locario is the bad boy of the dating game. BadBoyMembership.com is where you can go to step up your game, as Mr. Locario provides you with detailed step-by-step dating advice, audio, video tutorials every month. Steve the Dean Williams has been teaching men about dating, sex, and manhood for over 25 years, from building yourself to having the perfect marriage. His website is www.themanmindset.com. The call-in number is 515.
We got to stop right there. They gave us new call-in number. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game? What's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on with you, man? How's everything?
Can't call it, fam. You got it. Tell them how to get in touch with you, brother.
Yeah, make sure you guys, always hit me up at badboymembership.com. Go straight to badboymembership.com. So you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Also go to mrlocario.com. That's where you get all my books, DVD programs, all that other stuff. And if you need to holler at me, hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com. All right?
All right, guys. www.themanmindset.com, guys. Check. Ooh, shit. I fell. Oh, damn. Chill. Fuck. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all want to get at me, 347-83. Y'all go to themanmindset.com, guys, and holler at us. And, guys, don't forget, tonight we're going to be talking about 4th of July game, places to go to meet women tomorrow. All you got to do is call in tonight. Let us know what city you're in, and we're going to find events and places for you. So we're going to be doing that. But anyway, guys, we're here to read emails. If y'all want to call in, the new number, they switched it up on. This is our really old number. It's 347-838-8420. That's 347-838-8420. Press 1 if you have a question. Mr. Locario, who's up first, sir?
You go first.
All right, yeah, this is a simple one. This is kind of disturbing, but just a guy asked me, says, I know how you are with money. I should have listened to you, but I didn't. And now one of my friends who I loaned a lot of money to has not paid me back. What should I do?
Damn, dude's got money problems and shit. Damn.
Yeah, money problems.
You just got to keep hitting this dude up for that money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you holler at him, every time you see him, text him, because this is the thing, like you got to stay on their neck, man. And then, eventually they're going to get so tired of you being on their neck, they just going to come up with that money. You feel what I'm saying? So the more consistent you are with it, then because sometimes they'll think, well, maybe he'll not call me. Maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll forget about it. Nah, you just got to stay on it. So they just know like, okay, if I need to get this dude away and stop it, I just got to give him this money that I owe him. So it's just really staying consistent, staying on their neck and letting them know like, hey, you need to give me this paper. You feel what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Locario. No, I apologize. No, you know what? That's the old number is right. They just gave me the wrong information. So it's back to the old number. I'm sorry. It's the right number. The 515-605-9373 is the number. I apologize, guys. But no, you're absolutely right. But see, I like I said, look, Mr. Carr, see, here's the thing, man. I'm I'm like cold hearted, man. I mean, I ain't shit when it comes to money. Well, here's the thing. Let me put the right number in 515-605-9373. All right. Let me put the call in number. All right, let me tell you something, Mr. Cario, because I'll use you as an example. All right. Now, if you came like, Steve, I need to borrow some money.
Right.
My thing is this: I would do it in increments to see how well you do it. Maybe 20 here,
right
there. But what I would do is we would have what I call a powwow. I don't think a lot of guys, because again, a lot of guys work hard for their money, Mr. Carr. A lot of guys drive to work, have to deal with a bunch of bullshit, and get a money away to people or family members and not get that shit back.
Right.
I need a date. I need a date. I don't want any excuses. I don't want my cat ate the money. I need a date. And either two things are going to happen on that date. Either you going to pay my money back or I'm going to stop fucking with you. Now, again, that depends on how much money it is. Because the higher the money is, the greater the threat is. But I'm not going to say threat, the talk, excuse me.
Right.
The talk is. Because if you get 100, if we go $100, $200, you need to not only come to me with how much you're gonna pay, but if you get to that point of payment, you got to show me I need to get my money back.
Right.
Our friendship depends on that. One thing I won't do is you never loan money to someone you don't trust can pay it back. Because my thing is, and I've seen this a lot of times, Mr. Locario, I've seen a lot of guys give people money, and then the motherfucker tells you, Miss Locario, he ain't got the money, but then you see him buying new outfits,
right, exactly.
Taking selfies of him in fancy restaurants and owing another motherfucker, but that shit, nah, man. Look, the best way to avoid it, Miss Locario, is I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Well, I thought I ain't got it. Look, it's not that I don't trust you. I just don't. I'm just trying to save our friendship.
Right.
I know if I give you this money and you don't pay me back,
right,
we gonna have problems. And I'm not trying to have problems. I ain't got it. So the best thing is now, if it's someone that you close to the hip with, you know they're gonna give your money back. Matter of fact, I won't say again. I hooked somebody up with money before, one of my dogs, and not only did he pay me back, but he paid me back with interest. So that means he can always ask because he's good with the bank. But I don't care if it's my I will not get my sibling. I ain't got it. In that way, you maintain the friendship.
Right.
I look like now the car, we good. You know, I take care of you and shit. But because I know you a man of honor.
Right.
I don't know most people like that. There ain't a lot of people who are on last thing I want to say, if someone let me borrow money, this is how I would do it. All right, Mr. Carr, look, this is the plan. I'm gonna pay you back this way. And if I can pay you back sooner, I'm gonna let you know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you up to date so you never have to worry and never have to ask me about the money because I'm letting you know you where your money's at, when you get it back, and if I get it to you faster, I will with an appreciation. That's how it's supposed to be done.
Right.
Most motherfuckers don't do that, man. They don't know how to handle that shit. But no, that's all I had on that, brother. You got the floor.
Right. Okay, cool. Let me get to this question. Hold on, let me get to this question real quick. All right.
Guys, 515-605-9373 is the call-in number. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. Carter.
Right. So this one says, I recently started dating again, and I'm looking for another relationship. I always go for coffee or tea for the first date. Then I do something fun for the second date. My question is, when is the dinner date considered sensible and not too much too soon? Is there some secret law for dating environments where you would take a woman for the first few dates without doing the absolute most? So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, here's this is why I love, see, when I was a young lad before the internet and everything,
right,
one thing my mentor told me to do in junior high school, which I felt a little weird about doing it, but he told me to take home economics. Now, home economics was sewing and cooking. So I didn't understand the big picture like I do now, because I can if I rip, so I can sew my own shit up, but that's here nor there. I mean, there were bitches in there, don't get me wrong, that was another reason, but I learned how to do something a lot of guys don't do. And what guys have today is they got this thing called the Food Network, where they show you how to make meals as well. A regular dinner, you're going to spend a certain amount of money, but I would rather set it up where we go to the store, because look, I can cook for you for half the price of dinner, taking you out. I'm all about saving your money, because I need you to vet this woman. Is she worth you taking her out and showing her around town? And early on, she's not. So if you can get her to your place, which is one step away from the bedroom, Miss Locario, I would do that. But outside of that, man, the one thing that I would do is I would tell him is keep doing what you're doing, but also start to get this into saying, hey, you know what? Let's have a cooking date. Maybe we can go to the store and we can shop for items and go back to either your place and my place, and I will make the meal for you, because to a woman it's more sexier for a man to cook than sit there and have someone cook for them. What do you have on that, fam?
Right. Well, I think he's doing good as far as the coffee or tea or something small first dates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But as far as the dinner date, because he's asking like, when should I, if I ever do that type of date, when should that happen? Or, am I doing too much, whatever. I always say, if you're going to take a chick out to dinner, that should be after you and her already like
smash
already. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't had sex with a woman, there should be no dinner dates. You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? So dinner dates, that's designated for chicks you already done slept with and all that. So, but I like the idea of like actually, telling the girl, hey, meet me at my place. Let's get some, let's cook there or something. Or even if you don't know how to cook, pretend you cook some shit and just buy some like Boston Market or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And have it there. And then, like you said, it's right there close to the bedroom. So right after you get that going, you could just, smash and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that, a guy is just doing too much when he's, being extremely extravagant on the first date. Like, so any dude that's taking girls out to dinners on the first dates, that I feel like that's when you're fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And so, you want to always do something small, light and fun for the first date and maybe the second date. And then even on a third date, you still don't want to be taking a chick to dinner. So no dinner dates until sex happens. So if you had sex on the first date, then yeah, you could take a chick on the second date to dinner. But just remember that the sex is the thing you need to do before any of that dinner date shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's my thoughts on that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's also and again, this is where y'all guys got to do your homework, which y'all don't do. There are places like a place called Blue Apron, where you can choose the meal, and what they will do is they will send it. They will send all the ingredients not cooked, but they will have a little piece of paper showing you how to make it. And that and again, what we're trying to show guys is to be more romantic wise, not cupcake, but more romantic and sensual, because that's going to get you in further than taking her somewhere that she's used to go, because these women, all they do is get a bunch of free fucking meals from a bunch of suckers anyway. Exactly. and then calling you, going to the bathroom and be like, what you doing, mister? What you doing, Locario? What bitch you talking to? I'm on my way. I care about you. And then call you back. Are you hungry? Well, I'm out with this sucker, so whatever you want. So we just want to prevent all that shit. But yeah, like you say, you're right. He needs to smash first. So don't worry about that dinner shit. Make sure you got her facing the pillow and her ass up in the air first.
Right.
All right, guys. We'll keep it going. 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1 if you want to call in. This one says, Steve, I really had a really good blind date last night. We talked and drank for 4 hours at a bar. It's not good. Oh, Jesus. In the middle of the date, she just grabbed me and started kissing me and making out with me. I say it's a home run. Not. For our second date tomorrow, I decided to really go to a great sushi place, in a very cool old neighborhood in our hometown. After sushi, we can go for a walk in this old neighborhood where it's very romantic. Lots of places to make out. At the same point, there is an intersection which can lead to either the beach or the bar area. So I thought I'd ask her to choose which one that she wants to do at the intersection, I guess. Here are the questions. Does it sound like a good plan? Is there one thing? There's one thing that bothered me about last night's date, which was she didn't offer to pay half her tab. I would have refused, but she should have offered. Okay. Should I pay for the date tomorrow too? If she doesn't offer to pay for the first half, is that a bad sign?
Man,
it's a bunch of shit here, though. So if you need me to recap, just let me know.
Okay. Now, so what? So he's asking, is it a bad sign that she didn't pay for half? That's the question?
Oh no, there's a few things. He wants to take her. He wants to take her out. He wants to take her to sushi. He wanted to know, is it okay to take her out to sushi in the old neighborhood, and then take a walk in the neighborhood where it's romantic, and then walk her to an intersection where she can choose the beach or the bar area. Then he's asking about her paying half her tab. Is it a bad sign?
Man, let's start with the half your tab joint. Well, the thing is this, sometimes, it's interesting because sometimes a girl won't pay for anything because, not because she's trying to use you or not, because she's trying to be on some other type of shit. Is more so sometimes that's just how certain chicks are brought up, or they're used to that type of energy. So they're used to the guy just paying for it, so they're not really thinking nothing of it. So it's not necessarily all the time where, she's just trying to be on some, let me just use this guy for his money, because some guys think of it like that all the time. What I would say for him is that if he, wants her to pay for some of it, then he needs to set up he has to suggest that. He needs to say, hey, listen, we're going to go here and here. I'm going to get this and then you're going to get that. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to pay for this, I'm going to pay for that. So you set that up before you even go out and make it happen. Just like, let's say if you were going to the movies, you say, I get the tickets, you get the popcorn, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. But as far as like his dates of like going to sushi and then taking that long walk and then asking her if she want to choose this and choose that, the thing is, like, that's cool as long as he is sexually escalating within the situation. You see what I mean? And I think that's one of the things guys have to always take into account and always remember when you're on dates with women, is that there needs to always be this flirtation, this sexual escalation, because you need to always be seeing and checking if this girl is feeling you on a sexual level. And that you're not just taking out a chick who's just basically going to use you for attention and just use you for, just to take her out. You understand what I'm saying? So you always got to be looking and making sure that's there. Because he said that they was like making out, kissing, and all that other stuff. And that's cool. But he still needs to take it up a notch to the point where, let's say if they went to get sushi or something and they started to take that walk, and then let's say they start kissing and doing all other stuff, it should be to the point where they don't even finish the plans because she's so hot and heavy and shit that she wants to go back to your place or whatever to make it happen. You see what I mean? So you want to always be having that sexual escalation throughout the night so that you can see, if this girl is really feeling you on that sexual level. But Steve, what's your thoughts on that though?
I got a few problems with this. Okay, he's on a blind date. Okay, So here's my thing: the fact that I would never spend 4 hours at a fucking bar with a woman and call that a date. I don't know what the fuck that. 4 hours? 4 hours.
Man, listen, I've heard people that's been at places like for 7 hours and spend all day. So
Man, fuck that. 4 hours tells me you're not interesting. 4 hours tells me that there's nothing special about you because that is way too long.
Right, I agree. Shit.
Well, then he says in the middle of the date, she grabbed me and started kissing me. Problem here. Why didn't you grab her and kiss her and make the moment? The problem is that she had the high ground. He's calling it a home run. I'm calling this a strikeout. Our second date for tomorrow. Now, again, it's like you said before. Why are you going to a sushi place and you haven't even smashed? Hashed. And then the fact that you want to take her and walk in your old neighborhood where what? You got an intersection of a beach and a bar area. Where's the intersection of my house and my bedroom? Where's that intersection at?
Right.
How the fuck do you guys do this silly, stupid ass, weak ass shit? You know, and the next thing is that no, if you ask the bitch out, because I don't say bitch, but you know, I get around Miss Locario, he just but if you take her out, if you ask her out, don't expect her to pay. Now, don't get me wrong. If she's having a great time with you, sure, she will say, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and take care of this tab if she's having a good time. But here is the last problem I want to say. See, you guys have no idea how deep this goes because you guys have never been to the point past of approaching or maybe a few conversations and shit, but you never really got in the game at all. Because if you knew how to kiss, if you knew how to whisper shit in their ear, if you knew how to be more sexual, this whole thing would have been thrown out because the first 45 minutes, and that's stretching it, would have been a lot of flirtatious shit saying, you know what? Let's go back to my place where I can fix you some drinks. And the last 3 hours, would you be smashing her? And at that point, the next day you could take her out for sushi because, like Mr. Carter said, if you smashing, then you can go out. But this is all terrible. And all she's doing is she realizes he's a bad kisser. He's not sexual. He's 4 hours of boring. So you know what? She's just trying to find a place where to put you at. She doesn't know, Mr. Carl, if she wants him as her driver or the shoulder to cry on.
Right.
But being a lover is already out because if it was in the mid, and the last thing I want to say, if she kissed him in the middle, which was hour 2, if I do my mathematics right, Mr. Locario, that means the kiss was so bad that she said, well, let's just go back to talking because if it moved her like you should, she would have said, let's get out of here since she initiated the kiss. What's your thoughts on that, fam, before we continue?
Right. Now, I'm really doing that because I was thinking the same thing of like, you know, if they was kissing and doing all that other stuff on that first date, I don't understand what happened where it didn't escalate to, you know, some sex type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what happened with that?
Yeah.
If we spending all that time, you know, all those hours doing all that other stuff, like you most likely had other time, you know, more time to make, you know, to continue it. So what's really going on with that? And I think that's a problem with a lot of guys is because like he said, oh, we kissed and that was a home run. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're thinking that kissing is a home run, I don't want like what's the sex then? You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you had such a low bar of what you thought was like the stuff that you just stopped at the kissing when you could have kept it going. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part I'm wondering why he didn't just keep it going on that first situation.
You got it, man.
Oh man. All right, let me get to this next email. All right, so this one says, I was seeing this girl for a few months, and the first couple of months everything was going great. Sex was good and she was cooperative and everything. Now for the past few weeks she has been kind of flaky when we're supposed to hang out, and takes a long time to respond to my text. I asked her what's up, and she says that she's just busy. Is there something going on? Do you think she's trying to play me?
This is Tough Tuesday. This is Mr. Locario. This is why I love Tough Tuesday, because I can get in the motherfucker's ass.
Right.
Let me explain something to you guys that maybe y'all might have missed the memo on, or you ain't reading or understanding how relationships work. You see, Mr. Locario, when I was a little kid, when I was a wee little baby back in the olden days and everything,
right,
we used to have these real thin type leans of meat called what the fuck is that called? Shit, I'm lost my train of thought. What is that fucking meat called that you have like from Philly cheesesteak? Steakums. I'm sorry. They were thin. Yeah, they were called steakums. And steakums were just real thin cuts of meat that you would put on the pan, and it will, like, if you have enough of them, it can look like a Philly cheesesteak. You see what I'm saying? Little thin cuts of slices of meat, okay?
Right.
And it wasn't until I had my first T-bone steak cut in the bone. I'm talking about a $50, $60 cut of meat that I said, I'm never going to go back to steakums again.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you guys out here think that just because you're in a relationship, just because you smashed a little bit and she's saying that she really care about you, most of your relationships with these women are steakum relationships when you don't know, number one, how to be a man in the relationship, and number two, you don't even know how to be a great lover in the relationship. Just because you put a ring on her finger, just because you give her a key to your place, just because you take her out to dinner after 4 hours of hanging out and all that shit, think that, oh, well, I got to put the tip in, she's my girl. Well, here is your problem, and he's standing all the way in fucking, I guess, New York, looking right now with that little smooth-ass smile like he ready to go fuck something, named Mr. Locario. He is the problem that you guys got to face every day, and hope every day you wake up, pray to your little Buddhas, whoever you pray to, that your woman doesn't run into a T-bone steak named Mr. Locario. Because it does not matter if you've been in a 7-year relationship, a 10-year relationship, married, she's engaged, y'all living together. If she gets a taste of steak when she's been in a steakum relationship, it doesn't matter. She's going to go with the steak, Locario. And that's the bottom. That's the truth of the matter. Mm-hmm. And that's what his problem is. She met a Mr. Locario, a motherfucker that swept her off her feet, Mr. Locario, before he even put the tip in. Where this guy sounds like the kind of guy that was like the last one, Mr. Locario. You know, he did the basics. Bend over backwards, kiss her ass, take her on a bunch of dates, waited for the world to happen to him, get the kiss, get the hug, had probably waited 90 days like Steve Harvey, finally gets the ass, he think he's doing something, everything's great, until Mr. Locario or a guy like him comes into her life and fucks her that week, if not that few days. Sorry, you got the floor, fam.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy because a lot of time I know a lot of guys go through this where you're with a chick, everything seems cool, then all of a sudden, you know, she starts falling off a little bit. You're like, damn, like what happened? Everything was cool. He's texting, everything's going great, and it's really, you know, 9 times out of 10, she's messing with some other dude who's got her attention, you know, now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So she's like, instead of just, because see, women are different than us. Like we could juggle a few women and basically like give them each some time, and you know, we'll hit them up and we'll do what we got to do. Women, on the other hand, a lot of times when they like sort of have this hierarchy in the situation when they're dealing with guys. So if they find a guy, like they'll be dating you and they'll like you, but then they find another guy that they like better than you. So then they start to be more about the guy that they like. You feel what I'm saying? Better than you. And then you start to, you know, fall by the wayside. You understand what I'm saying? And then so they'll sort of slowly, you'll just start seeing the behavior be different. Because at first she was cooperative. At first she was showing up for dates. She would return your calls within like 10, 15 minutes. Then all of a sudden, oh, she's starting to be a little flaky. Oh, she, you texted her at 2 p.m. She didn't get back to you till like 9 o'clock that night or even the next day. And you're like, yo, what's going on? You're thinking like, damn. And so what happens is that she's dealing with another dude who she's feeling more than you. So at some point, she's just going to probably call that shit off. Or what's going to happen is that this is also what happens is that let's say that new dude she's fucking with stops fucking with her, then you'll start to see the cooperation come back on your side. You see what I'm saying? So you'll start to see her be more, receptive to you and more, attentive to you once that other guy sort of kicks her to the curb. You see what I'm saying? Or what could happen is she'll end up stop seeing you. She'll see the other guy kicks her to the curb. Then she'll come back to you, pretend she missed you, and talk about, I really this and all that other bullshit. So just understand that when the behavior switches, is usually because she got some new dick on the side. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Well, Mr. Carl, and let's be honest. See, I know a lot of guys aren't used to this, but you want to see how it is on the other side. And I'm not trying to rub it in your face. I'm just telling you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like myself, Miss Locario, the motherfuckers that we roll with, have handfuls of women, but they all have one thing in common. Is that we don't have to ask what they're doing. We don't have to say shit, especially in this pretty much this text messaging age. We get an itinerary from each and every one of them telling us what their plans are, what time they're going to be doing that stuff. And then just to reinforce it, when they get to that place, they will take a picture or a video to show you where they at, because they know if they do anything that is disrespectful to us, they know they gone. And that's what I don't think a lot of guys understand. We all know, look, when you mess with pretty women, yes, they're going to get hit on. But this is what I'm talking about. When you are a quote unquote $60 steak, when you are a steak like that, it doesn't matter. You can let your girl go and do whatever she wants to do, because all she's going to run into are nothing but steakums. and you know what? It's funny. I had some women always ask me, you know what? When I go out, I'm gonna have guys talking to me. I'm like, it's all cool. I'm cool with that shit. She's like, well, look, Carl, what do you want me to say to them? I say, baby, look, let's have some fun with this shit. When these guys start approaching you, ask them what's so special about them, and I bet you they run. And we laugh about this shit. And every single time, the car, it's like a game. Get the phone call. You ain't gonna believe this. This guy walked up to me, started with these pickup lines and all this, da-da-da-da-da. And I said, well, what's so special about you where you want this? Or what do you want from me? Or what are your intentions? Or do what? You just want to have sex? And these guys freeze the fuck up and don't know what to say. So that's what I'm just saying, Mr. Locario. When you become that steak, you don't have to worry about you. Matter of fact, Locario, you want your girl to go out there. But you know what? Hey, what about Locario? I'm gonna throw it to you. How many times your girl used to hang out with her girlfriends, used to go shopping with her little gay best friends and hang out with dudes, and then when she get with you, Locario, all of a sudden she don't want to be with the girlfriends. She don't want to hang out. She want to spend all her time with you. How many times have you gotten that, fam?
No, that's true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's when a chick sees value in you, you know what I mean? That's when she's gonna want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna already have that feeling and that energy there. You know what I mean? So it's like and you see it and you feel it. It's funny. Like a lot of times, guys, they ask me, they'll be like, "Yo, how do I know that this girl likes me? How do I know, if she's feeling me and whatever?" You'll know. You understand what I'm saying? You'll know by her actions. You'll know by the way she's looking at you. You'll know by the way she's responding to you. All those things will tell you, how she's feeling. You see what I mean? So,
Yeah, and guys, y'all want to call in 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1 if you have a question. But that's just and again, Mr. Carr, and it's go roll into this next email I have. Like all this shit is like a smooth rolling, one problem after another, but it's smooth. Check this one out, fam. Are you ready? This is a short and sweet one. And I just y'all in trouble, man. All right. The guy says, Steve, I need help with a text. I did everything you did. I approached her. I shook her hand. I introduced myself. I told her the reason why I was coming over there, like you said. And I told her I wanted to go out on a date with her and gave her my number and told me to call me. She said no. But you always tell me, Steve, to go for 2 no's. So I told her, like you told me, have always instructed us to do, is say, when you want to have fun, when you want to have a good time, get back in touch with me. And she took my card. A few weeks later, because that's good, because it doesn't happen overnight. This ain't porn. A few weeks later, I get a text message from her saying, so what are your plans? They can't be great if I'm not going to be there. And my question is, you ready for this shit, Miss Locario? What do I do next? Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck you, Locario. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Say you, sir. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So wait, so she said, what's the plans? And then now he's asking, what does he do next?
Yeah, she messaged him a few weeks after and said, so what are your plans? She said who she was. She said, so what are your plans? And then she said, they can't be great if I'm not going to be there, with a smiley face. And he's like, what should I do next?
Oh my goodness, dude. Well, first of all, he need to understand that, she's choosing. You feel what I'm saying? So but she's trying to be cute, talking about, oh, well, it ain't gonna be fun unless I'm there, yada, yada, yada. That's all cute and stuff. But, all he needs to do is set something up and let her know, hey, listen, there ain't gonna be no fun unless I'm there, which is why you calling me. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, all you got to do is set up the date and see her. Like, I don't understand what is he asking? Like, what is he supposed to do now? You know what I mean? But see, this is why it's important for guys to learn this stuff, because guys think that everything is done after you give the girl your number, or you get her number, or you tell her to call. Because now he's like, what do I do? This is what we're talking about, where there's so many different stages of what to do or what you should be doing to get to the next point, You see what I'm saying? And so this is why, it's important for guys to understand that, hey, it's about learning everything. It's about being well-rounded in the game so that you understand what to do at each point and each step. You know what I'm saying? But Steve, what's your thoughts?
Oh, man, Mr. Locario, sir. See, there is, and I said this yesterday, there is street smarts, and there's book smarts. Then there's got to be women smarts. And see, a lot of guys usually do 2 things, Mr. Locario. They either go to high school, get their diploma, and stop learning.
Right.
Or they go to college, get their diploma, or in the middle, leave and stop learning. And they don't understand that shit has nothing to do with women. You got to learn how to be a man. And one thing my dog Rosebud always say, you mentioned a tennis player. See, they don't understand that every tennis ball that is hit that goes across the net will never hit the same spot twice. Maybe it's very, very rare, but it never hits the same spot. So you always got to be prepared. Prepared. A warrior always prepares himself, Mr. Locario. That means, and these guys think that what we're doing right here is preparing them. And like I say, hey, Mr. Corio, I'm glad he listened to me and approached her the way I told him to do. I'm glad he walked up and told her why he approached her. I'm glad he told her I wanted to go on a date. I'm glad after she said no, he still took the balls and said, call me anyway. Listen, the key thing is when you want to get away and you want to have fun. So, okay, now that she wants to call the chip, cash those chips in, want to get away, want to have fun, okay? If you're just saying that shit and you have no plan of getaway, no plan of fun, Mr. Locario, no plan of anything, this is what's going to happen. Because she's saying to you, okay, when I met you, I told you I had somebody. And yet you bossed the fuck up and you came at me. And again, remember, who's to say that she had a quote unquote steakum relationship?
Right.
You came at her like a steak. Again, there was a little resistance, but finally, and it took a few weeks, which is fine. She's like, okay, I'm with this boring ass guy that does boring ass shit. And I'm wondering because it's rare that I meet a guy that is so abrupt and assertive and forward that says, hey, look, I'm the bad boy of the dating game. Yo, Mr. Locario. Hey, look, girl, hey, look, I don't give a fuck what you got, but hey, when you want to get away, when you want to have fun, get at your boy, and I got you. I'm the bad boy of the dating game. You know you focus that poverty, right? But what I'm saying is that she, and this is what you guys understand, when a woman gets hit on, and that's what I'm telling you guys, your woman is not safe if you're a steakum. Because when she gets hit on, all they're going to do is compare you to the guy that hit on him. And lucky for the majority of you guys, the reason that you are safe is because he's not going to trade one steakum in for the other steakum. Right. Locario, I mean, why make that sacrifice and go through all the same bullshit when I already got the guy where I want him? I got him getting rid of his friends and his video games. He can't do it. I already got him the way I want him. So why would I want to break in a new guy? So I'll stay with this other sucker. But when a Locario comes in and talks to her like that, Miss Locario, then all of a sudden, every day, how many times do we always tell you, Miss Locario, it's not us that gets the women to get with us. It's them. They push them towards us. But when you are being challenged, because now she's like, okay, you got my attention now. What are your plans? And then she's putting, hey, Locario, she just pulled her panties to the side when she said they can't be great if I'm not going to be there. A woman who said she had a man and she's putting it on a platter, telling him, what are we going to do? You know, Ms. Locario, we don't need to go to dinner. We don't need to go to the beach. We don't need to go to sushi. We don't need to talk for 4 hours. We don't need to do none of that shit. All we need to do is set up getting back to my place. That's it, Locario. But again, a lot of these guys don't even know how to tell her that you should be coming over my place. What's your take on that, Ms. Locario?
Right. And now again, that's what I was saying before, is like the fact that, she's choosing, you know what I'm saying? The guys don't understand how powerful that is, because she's already letting you know, like, hey, look, I'm trying to get at you. You know what I'm saying? Like she's come. So now all you got to do is set up however you want to set the thing up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to understand it, because I think guys, guys are always in this mode where they're trying to get the girl to like them, or they're wondering how she's feeling and all this other stuff. Her hitting you up, you understand, and being intrigued to actually make something happen with you is showing that you already got her there. So all you got to do is lead the situation and guide the interaction to where you want it to go. You see what I'm saying? And what's going to happen is that she is most likely going to follow because she's choosing already. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's really good about, you know, when the girl takes time to contact you because she's letting you know, like, hey, I'm ready to do whatever it is that you got us, you know, that you got planned. So what's the plans? You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that's what it is, man.
Mr. Carl, I just want to say his last thing. She's saying to herself, my man doesn't talk sweet to me. My man doesn't touch me. My man doesn't make me feel special. My man doesn't do anything. Matter of fact, the way I get off is by reading them 50 Shades of Grey books, maybe a little porn, and my Willie Mammoth 5,000 vibrator I got in my drawer. My man doesn't really get me off. And I just wish I could be in a situation like in these books where some asshole is going to take it. I don't mean take it forcefully, of course, but is going to be assertive and be dominant like these books. Will I ever find that? And here I have the guy. I have his card in my hand. Oh, my God. I remember this guy because he's the only guy out of all these other stupid suckers out here that really put his bid in, told me what was, instructed me to do something. So now I'm going to take you up on it. But what are you going to do now? It's like, let's call. It's like she, instead of the back signal, she pulled out the ass and titty signal and flashed that shit in front of Gotham. And it's like, what you going to do? Okay. Look, I want to play. What you go? And now you're asking me or us, and of course, what do I do now?
Oh man,
I'm sorry. You got it.
That's funny. All right, so let me see. Is it my go? Is my go with the questions?
Yeah, it's your go.
Yeah. Let me get my last question in. Hold on. Let me get this question. All right, so this one says, I'm having a hard time approaching women because I'm too scared of rejection. How am I supposed to stay motivated to keep approaching women if I keep getting rejected? I know that rejection is going to happen at some point, but when it seems like it's happening most of the time, I'm starting to think there may be something wrong with me. How am I supposed to be able to keep going if rejection hurts so much? Right. So what's your thoughts?
Okay. I mean, what I tell you about flow, Locario, it's as if we like really went over these emails and structured them, because this is it flows right into the next thing. That what you guys don't understand, I guess, or overstand, is that myself, Mr. Locario, Greg, Rosebud, we all did something that a lot of you choose not to do. And that is invest in yourself. And when I say invest in yourself, meaning that you've got to learn things. It's not just, look, we can tell you and give you quick answers all day long. But when you look at the nooks and crannies of everything, the reason Mr. Locario, he's so nervous and scared, sir, is because like the majority of you guys, you don't know what to do next. You don't know how to talk, text, talk on the phone. You don't know how to go out on dates. You don't know how to transition from being that funny, interesting guy to that guy she wants to sleep with, or that guy who she can't wait to grab her and kiss her. You guys don't know how to kiss. You guys don't know how to make out. You guys don't know how to eat pussy, and you damn sure don't know how to fuck. Because if you guys want to sit around and say, yeah, I do know that, then you wouldn't have the problems you have now. Because if you are skilled in these things, the end game, if you're skilled in the end game, which we will call calculus, is calculus higher than trigonometry, or is trigonometry higher than calculus? Is it trigonometry?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna say trigonometry. Fuck y'all. I'm just saying, if you are skilled in trigonometry, then you will have no problems being able to count from 1 to 10. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys. You guys come in all the time as Locario, try to tell us what you think, and you get women and all this stuff. But I got this problem. The problem is you, and the problem is, Mr. Locario, these guys choose not to be honest with themselves, or they just lack the desire for personal development, sir. What do you have on that?
No, that's real talk, because a lot of times, a lot of the issues and the problems that a lot of these guys have can be fixed. They can improve the situation, but they don't really want to put in the time and effort and energy to improve it. So like with this guy, he's talking about being rejected and being unmotivated, and it's hurting that he's getting rejected and all that. Now, rejection is going to happen regardless, but what you got to understand is that the better you are with understanding yourself, improving on yourself, the better that you become, the less rejections you're going to get. You see what I'm saying? The more cooperation you're going to get. You see what I mean? The more that you know how to do certain things, then you're going to actually get more things working in your benefit. But if you continue to if you continue to do the same thing you've been doing and then you keep getting rejected, it's because you're continuing to do the same thing you've been doing. So you're going to get the same type of results. So the thing is that if you're feeling upset about that, or if you don't like that you're continuing to get all these rejections, it's like, what do I do about this to improve my situation to where I'm actually getting more things going for me? You see what I mean? Because the thing is that you want to be able to accept the fact you're going to get rejected regardless. But at the same time, if you're getting rejected so much to the extent for, let's say, for example, if you talk to 100 girls and like 99 of them are rejecting you, then you might want to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of rejections. You see what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're getting more things going so that you can, get things going for you. But if you're sitting there saying, well, I don't like that this is happening, I don't like that I'm getting rejected, I don't like that these things are occurring, but then at the same time, you're like, well, I don't feel like learning anything. It's just too much work. Nothing's going to go down for you. So it's kind of like, you got to figure out, hey, do you really want to improve, or do you want to just like complain about the fact that you get rejected all the time? You see what I'm saying? So you got to really understand like what's going on and what you need to do to get to that next level. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, fam, he's complaining. The complaint shouldn't be, I'm afraid of rejection.
Right.
The complaint should be, why am I not getting off my lazy ass and learning what it takes to win so I don't be rejected? Because a lot of these guys always try to cheat this thing. And they watch so much porn, which is okay. I'm fine with that. But you ever see a movie called Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne, Miss Locario?
Yeah.
So, and if y'all don't know that movie, basically Lawrence Fishburne, who was a cop, went deep cover and started becoming a drug dealer. And then he really got caught up and thought he was more of a drug dealer than a cop. He was deep cover.
Right.
For a lot of these guys, they watch so much porn that they think that it's just, hey, how you doing? Hey, can I pick you up? Oh, okay, yeah. How'd you come up my house?
Right.
Yeah, suck this dick. Yeah, beautiful girl. Yeah, I'm gonna tear this pussy up. They think that what they see on video is life. Now, don't get me wrong. That shit happens on the other side of the fence, because when a woman knows that you know what you're doing, they will cut through the bullshit. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but what I'm saying, for guys that don't know what they're doing, no, Mr. Real, I'm gonna throw it to you because I know I'm real quick. I'm asking Ms. Cario. It's like this. Why would you even purchase a car if you know the shit is run down or you don't even know anything about? Why would a woman invest her pussy into you when you don't even know shit about yourself.
Mhm.
What you stand for, what you can do. What's your take on that, man?
No, that's real talk. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these guys will say, "Well, I'm getting rejected," and a lot of the rejection that's coming from when she's interacting with you. She sees you as that rundown car, and this is why we say, "Yo, you got to improve yourself. You got to improve on you, and you got to work on you, because the more you work on you, right, the more that you value yourself, the more confident you are, the more that you exude that confident energy, that guy, that's that dude that chicks want to get with. And then what's going to happen is the more that you interact with these women, you're going to start seeing more cooperation. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if somebody fixed up that broken down car, put some new paint job, put on, a new engine and all that other stuff.
Yes.
More people are going to be like, yo, I'll fuck with this car. You feel what I'm saying? So it's that same thing. It's like, you got to look at yourself and say, what can I do to get better? You understand what I'm saying? And then once that happens and then you start really going in, that's when you can make shit pop. You see what I mean?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, Mr. Locario, your hour is up, sir. So why don't you go ahead and give me your information so you can float the fuck off?
Yeah, man. Guys, listen, make sure you hit me up at badboymembership.com. Go there right now so you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Also go to MrLocario.com to get my books, DVDs, and audio programs. Also follow me on Instagram at @RealMrLocario. And if you guys want to get in contact, holler at me at askmrlocario@gmail.com. All right?